Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for May 19, 2023. Decent amount of new arrivals. Some good pre-orders finally showed up. I've got a whatnot scheduled for this Sunday that I'll be sure to do this Sunday. And I also have got the gold membership records to show you guys. I feel like I'm finally back on schedule. I've been going everywhere. I went to Expona, went to the Austin Record Convention, had Record Store Day in the middle of that. It's been like I haven't been able to get on track in like a month and a half. Then I got sick last week, and that's why I didn't do the whatnot. So, it's been brutal, but I feel like the weight has been lifted. I'm back on track, and I'm feeling good. It's good. It's good to be feeling good. Okay, let me tell you guys about a couple of pre-orders. Not much. There's a new Queen of the Stone Age album coming out. It's called In Times New Roman. There is 5 color variations. There's a black, blue, silver, red, green variant. They come out June 16th. And I'm going to put all 5 of them, I guess, up for pre-order. We'll see what color sells better. I don't... It's, normally they'll do a lot of color variations. They'll do one for indie stores, one for maybe like a Walmart exclusive. They're doing all these color crazy combination exclusive. Everybody gets an exclusive. But to have an indie store have access to 5 of them is pretty crazy. They're really trying to max out the color variations. Also, Pete Townshend's got 2 albums coming out as half-speed masters. Empty Glass and Rough Mix. Empty Glass is, I love the record. I love Pete Townshend's solo stuff. He's the guy that got me into playing the guitar, although I don't really do it much anymore. I was never that good at it, but Pete Townshend was the guy who made me want to pick up a guitar. So I love The Who. I love Pete Townshend, and Empty Glass is right up there with a lot of the better Who albums. I think it's just a fantastic record. Whatnot is going to be about 100 items. It's kind of a hodgepodge. A lot of vintage stuff, vintage jazz, original like Blue Note stuff, original first pressing, Pink Floyd, that kind of stuff. A lot of classic rock. I'll show you a small sliver of it. UK Joy Division. I'll show you a small sliver at the end. And then I'll show you the gold membership. There's a couple of really heavy hitters, some of the stuff from the George Benson collection in here to show you guys. And I'll tell you guys about it when I get to it. All right. This is actually back in stock, and it sells exceptionally well. The word is finally getting out how great this is. This is Kirsten Edkins' Sounds and Shapes. Cut by Kevin Gray, recorded by Kevin Gray, in his all-tube, all-analog mastering chain, analog everything. This is a system that was created like it was the 50s. Unbelievable. I've reviewed this record. It's on my top 100 in-print analog records you should own list. It is an absolute must-have. Everything about it is fantastic. I think it's musically great. It's sonically spectacular. It's one of the greatest sounding records you will probably ever hear in your lifetime. It's fantastic sonically. Then it's also RTI pressed. It's the Stoughton style type tip-on jacket. Through and through, it's actually fantastic. And it's one of these things at this point now, people keep contacting me, telling me, great recommendation, fantastic, I'm glad I picked it up. I think it's really good. I think it's definitely worth a pickup. Even if you're not a jazz guy, you got a good system and you want to just have something to kind of blow people away, this is the record. And when I was in Expona in Chicago, my thought was, man, everybody's going to have this record because this is one of the best sounding records you can get. And you want to show off your high dollar systems, this is the record you should get. No, it was... Those guys need help. But this is the record, if anybody's watching, you should be playing this record for your demos because you'll sell more records. You'll sell more systems. Excuse me. Blue Note Classic Series, also cut by Kevin Gray. Miles Davis. Blue Note 1501, the very first of the Blue Note 1500 series. It started at 1501. Miles Davis. Volume 1 is just the name of this. All analog, cut by Kevin Gray. And then also another 1500 series title, the fabulous Fats Navarro. This is Blue Note 1531. I love when you get these all analog, Kevin Gray cut, Blue Note 1500 series titles because they are so egregiously expensive to find originals of. Maybe not this particular title, but most of them or, I mean, this is expensive, not egregiously expensive. You know, it's not going to cost you $4 grand, but a lot of them do. Andre Previn, West Side Story. This is actually all analog, cut from the master tape by Bernie Grundman. This is part of the Contemporary series. Really nice. These are pressed at QRP, tip-on jacket. This is what, maybe the 6th, 7th in the series. This is not a particularly easy record to find. You know, the Shelly Manne stuff, even being on the West Coast, you don't find a ton of OG contemporaries floating out there. Okay, this is one of my all-time favorite audiophile records, and it's been out of print for a while, and they popped back up into print. That is Earth, Wind & Fire's That's the Way of the World soundtrack. This is also, what are we, 1, 2, 3. So it's like Kevin Gray, Bernie Grundman, and Kevin Gray. This is cut by Kevin Gray. I never forget the first time I heard this. When it came out, put it on in the store, and maybe it was a Saturday. I had like 15 people in the store. Put that on. It was the coolest moment ever. You put it on. It was like a scene off of High Fidelity. It was like a scene in High Fidelity. I'm going to sell this. But the only thing is I didn't know what I was getting into because I never heard it. It came in. I put it on for the first time. But when that opening lick starts up on Shining Star, that boom, 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 you know what I'm talking about. Everybody in the store was just like, they're all looking like, wow. And I think I sold, I mean, if there was 15 people in the store, I sold 10 of them a copy. It is unbelievably good. It is so good. I highly recommend this. This is now being put on my top 100 in-print analog records you should own list. It is an absolute must-own. There are not a ton of R&B audiophile choices out there. Not like jazz, not like, I mean, classical, not even like rock and roll. They're few and far between. So this is highly recommended. Everybody will love this. I can't stress enough how good this album is. It really, truly is good. There's other versions of it out there. The Impex is the best. Also a restock, Miles Davis ESP. I want to say Kevin Gray did this as well, but maybe I'm just having visions of Kevin Gray at this point because it's like everything in this so far has been, everything in this has been started, but, you know, it's been a Kevin Gray title at this point. Also got a restock of the Three Blind Mice box set. Fantastic. I talk about Three Blind Mice. This is an Impex release. The Three Blind Mice stuff is fantastic. It is the Blue Note of Japan as far as sound quality goes, and musically they're fantastic. This is, a little ding on that, take that out. This is all 3 titles, Blow Up, Midnight Sugar, and Misty in a box. Restock from ORG. These, I think, were all cut by Bernie Grundman, pressed at RTI. Rosemary Clooney and Pedro Perez. This is a numbered edition. This is number 203. A Touch of Tabasco. And then also from Impex, this I got a couple of weeks ago, but it's sold out. Miles Davis, Friday and Saturday nights in person at the Black Hawk, San Francisco. Fantastic record. Might be cut by Kevin Gray as well. And also cut by... It just happened this way, guys. I'm sorry. From my top 100 in-print analog records you should own list, I thought this was kind of out of print because all the run-out groove stuff is typically made one and done, but I was able to get it. Again, this is Superfly by Curtis Mayfield. All analog, disc 1. Disc 1, all analog, cut by Kevin Gray. Comes with a slip mat, and it comes with a bonus disc with a bunch of good, you know, Freddie's Dead, single mix, alternate mix with horns. There's different scores, demos, instrumentals, a couple of radio spots. But for disc 1 alone, this is worth, I mean, it's 40 bucks. You get the disc, all analog, the slip mat, I think maybe, yeah, you're getting a poster and then you're getting the bonus disc too. Good audiophile disc nowadays is 40 bucks. So you consider yourself getting a deal here and the fact that you're getting a bunch of freebies. Okay. The new version of Random Access Memories. This is Daft Punk's 10th anniversary expanded edition. So this is the album plus 9 unreleased outtakes and 9 unreleased outtakes on 380-gram vinyl discs with a poster. I don't know if you guys remember, but when they announced they broke up, this record, the regular Random Access Memories, was going for like $400. It was insane. It was crazy, and I would tell people, like, you're nuts. You do not pay $400. Like, they just broke up. They didn't decide they didn't want to make money anymore. They're coming. There's going to be more. And people just kept, I mean, yeah, they kept coming. Finally got a restock of this. This is 3 feet high and rising. De La Soul. This is the yellow vinyl variant. They did black, magenta, and yellow that I was able to get. I got a restock on the yellow. This was extremely heavily allocated. Most people didn't get it. I never actually got it to sell because it was sold out in pre-order. And even with the allocations, I think only about half of the people were able to get it. But now I've got it in stock in yellow. You can order it. The second title was allocated a little bit as well. I assume we're probably going to get a restock in that maybe in the next couple of weeks as well. They announced it. These titles hadn't been in print for years. Then we had the death, so there was a lot of pent-up demand for them. This is Benny and the Butcher, Tanya Talk 4. Tana Talk 4. We've got the Gilberto Sextet. This is on Insania official reissue. This actually looks really good. It looks well done. It's a tip-on jacket. This is the Latin Boogaloo Holy Grail. First vinyl reissue, remastered from the original tapes. This is a 180-gram vinyl edition. There's only 500 copies. So yeah, only 500 copies. Very cool. I want to give this a listen to. I mean, that cover just... I'm guessing this is the kind of cover, like if you ever dig in a dollar bin and you see this, this is something you should look for. This could either be the worst schmaltz ever or like a funk masterpiece. When I see a cover like this, the fact that it's being reissued makes me kind of think this is quite good. Latin Boogaloo Holy Grail. That's also, if that hype sticker wasn't on there, that would still be my train of thought. Vial of Maya. This is Mother. That is quite a cool cover. Very artsy, cool obi, holographic. We've got Moby, Resound, New York City. This is, I thought I showed this. Oh no, this is a new color. Last week I think I had clear and black. This is sun yellow vinyl. This is on Deutsche Grammophon. Oh, and we got this again. This is the Electric Blue Galaxy vinyl variant, and this is on White Galaxy and Neon Violet. Okay. Parker McCollum, Never Enough. Double LP on translucent orange vinyl. 15 new songs featuring the hit single, Handle on You. This is on Sundays. We've got the Dawning Sun, the Shanties. Sundays music. The Cult, this was a pre-order as well. Self-titled by The Cult. Their 1994 self-titled album. Really cool that they're putting these catalog Cult titles back into print. The Cult, The Cure, I mean, a lot of these bands needed a reissue of their catalog for quite some time, and it's, it's like slowly but surely they're coming. The 3 O'Clock. This is the expanded LP on transparent red vinyl. The problem is sometimes they take so long to do these reissues, and then they come and go, and then they take another 10 years to come out, that while those 10 years are going by, those reissues tend to shoot up in value to almost the crazy level as the original. Lisa Marnie and her combo. Like Young. This is, I'm not familiar with this, but this is on Modern Harmonic, which is doing a ton of killer stuff lately. Cool jazz, beatnik bop, and bossa nova, baby. Yeah. A Modern Harmonic. That's a Sunday's offshoot label. Ophagy. Ophagy. Try and Love. Well, this is on Strut, which is always putting out killer stuff. And I mean, look at this cover. That just screams this is a good record. Vagrant 25. This is the Eels Blinking lights. Limited edition purple vinyl. It's almost like a box set. It's so thick. 1, 2, 3. This is a 3-disc set. Man, 3 discs and it's like 40-something bucks. It's crazy. They haven't heard that vinyl's supposed to be twice the price. All right, Paul Simon, 7 Psalms. This is his newest album. Newest album. Comes out Friday. I'll give this a listen to as well. Love Paul Simon. His newer stuff for me, some of it's okay, some of it's good, some of it but love Paul Simon. New album by SZA. This is SOS. So this has got to be one of the best over-the-counter sellable artists, you know, that can, I think it's Control. Never heard it. Maybe I should listen to it. This is exclusive vinyl LP. I don't know what's exclusive about it. It doesn't say it's a color. But I'm assuming this album probably will be good too. Nina Simone and Her Friends, the classic 1960 collection featuring Nina Simone. I wish there was more information on this because the next thing, stereo vinyl mastered by Kevin Gray. New essay by the author of liner, let's see, by the author of the liner notes for The Revolution, Daphne Brooks. No specification whether it's analog. This is on Bethlehem originally. Probably not, but I'm sure Kevin did a killer job with it. Funkadelic's Greatest Hits. There's a catalog that needs to be done as high as quality as possible because everything they've had out thus far has been okay, but good luck finding original Funkadelic records. I mean, maybe you live in a part of the country where like Funkadelic is falling out of the trees, but very, very few and far between here. Mojo Hands, Lightning Hopkins, an amazing record. Had one come in the store a while ago. Took it, brought it home. Extremely hard record to get. Very high dollar for an original one of these. This is by P-Vine. Japanese, tip-on jacket. Beautifully done. It's on red vinyl. They did Lightning in the Blues. I showed you guys that last week. But this is Mojo Hand. Both on Herald. Or no, excuse me. This is on Fire. Lightning in the Blues on Herald. Actually, there's looking like they're doing Lightning in the Blues Volume 2 as well. Extremely hard to get Lightning in the Blues and Mojo Hand. But Mojo Hand, I think this is his most expensive album if you find it. I mean, real clean originals of this are over $3 grand. They're pricey. But yeah, I was only able to get a few of those. If you're interested in it and it sells out, put a restock notification. You can do that on anything. Typically, when everybody's looking for this stuff the week of the video, it sells out. You do a restock notification, get a text message. I typically get almost everything back the following week. Kurgerbin and Friends, live at Stubbs. Mega Man X, heavyweight black vinyl. The video game soundtracks always do well. The Lost Boys. This is another vinyl variant of the album by Friday Music. I don't know what color this is, though. It is a special color, though, because it's got a special barcode. But check on the website. Hannah Jada Goo? Hannah Jada Goo? This is the Aperture. From Sub Pop. This is the Loser Edition, which is the first pressing for them on colored vinyl. We've got Madlib. Low budget hi-fi music. Sleep Token. Take Me Back to Eden on gold vinyl. The 5-year anniversary. I think we had one of these last week. 5-year anniversary of When Legends Rise. This is on white vinyl. Really nice embossed cover. Cover looks nice. Holy crap, these guys are old, man. I saw them in 1998. Damn. Sucks getting old. Weird. The Al Yankovic Story. A Roku film. I've been meaning to watch this, but I saw this and I'm like, you know what? This is going to be quite popular just because it has so many Weird Al hits on it. And there is no Weird Al stuff in print that I know of. I don't think there is. And it's extremely difficult finding originals. And a lot of his stuff was from the 90s where you're not finding it on vinyl anyways. So you're getting Amish Paradise and a bunch of his tunes. My Bologna. Another one, Rides the Bus. Eat It. All right. Beach House. Become EP. I feel like this was a record store day first, but now this is the standard version. UK Subs. Music Machine. This is London, August 8th, 1980 on blue vinyl. We've got Marty Stewart in his fabulous suit. What is this, Altitude? This is on black vinyl. This is kind of cool. I have no idea what this is. But it's done in the, it's got the nudie suit thing going on the back, you know. It's kind of like a vintage classic 50s, 60s country vibe going on. But I don't really listen to country, so yeah. Dave Matthews Band. The new album featuring Madman's Eyes and Walk Around the Moon. This is the indie retail exclusive on clear vinyl. And we've got the standard black vinyl version. Paper from Responsible Sources. I'm like, what is this big white code? I'm like, maybe they put a sparse code on there. No, sparse code for the content of the cardboard, but not for the mastering of the vinyl, unfortunately. Motion City Soundtrack. I Am the Movie. This is the limited anniversary colored vinyl version. This is tangerine with black splatter vinyl. Carcass. Torn Arteries? Ooh. Limited to 1,500. Sufjan Stevens, Reflections for Two Pianos on 45 RPM vinyl. Graham Nash's new album, Now. Next couple are restocks, and then I'll show you guys, well, there might be a few new ones in here. Then I'll show you guys the gold membership stuff. This is just a restock of an album that I can never keep in stock. This is Joni Mitchell's Blue, newly remastered by Bernie Grundman. I'm almost positive this is the Kevin Gray mastering of Santana Abraxas. I think it was the 50th anniversary edition. Got really good reviews. Been out of stock for a year, 2 years, maybe 2 years. And we've got Shout at the Devil by Motley Crue. Just titles that I've not been able to get in a while. Thought I'd show them to you. Okay, let me show you guys what is going on this week's gold membership page. Gold membership, 15 bucks a month. You get 10% off of all of our in-stock vinyl. In-stock vinyl on the website only. You also get access to a small selection of like curated vinyl that I put up on the website just for folks that are in the, you know, part of the program. Kind of as a bonus. The main selling point is the discount. You also get access to the YouTube videos early, but for 4 weeks in a row now, for some reason, YouTube has taken 8-9 hours to process this video. Never been the case before. So the videos are literally finishing processing an hour before they go live. Really bizarre. Hopefully they get it together and that comes back and it doesn't get worse to where the videos don't come out on time. But as of now, we're cutting it close. But let me show you guys what's coming. An original, The Best of Muddy Waters. And this is a really clean copy. For this album, it is unbelievably good. This has been my go-to copy for 10 years until I had a cleaner one finally come into my possession, which kind of marginally cleaner because it's tough to get that record better than that. Gabo Zabor, More Sorcery. This is a original Jane's Addiction, Ritual de Habitual. a very clean, extremely clean from memory mono of Highway 61 Revisited, Columbia 2i. A sealed copy of Matching Mold. This is a UK copy, but it's sealed in the UK distributor shrink. You know, UK records weren't sealed back in the day, so the only way to get these sealed would have been when a distributor threw shrink on them. This just came in over the trade counter, the limited to 3,500. This is number, I don't know what the number is on this, but it's number, I thought it was, it's definitely a numbered copy of Bob Marley's Exodus. They only did 3,500 of these, so it is extremely difficult to get. Out of print and going for, you know, bucks. Got some nice clean originals, Steely Dan. You know, 70s pressings and or original. This is a really nice AB copy. Talk about this at length on my shootout video, and this is a true AB, not a strikeout. This is the true first pressing. Got a copy of Gaucho. Got a couple of heavy hitters. This is an Emerson, Lake and Palmer Mobile Fidelity test pressing. But this is kind of unique because it's labeled as Mobile Fidelity -1-021 AB A1B1. This was not the number used for this title. It was later put out as 1-031. But what's interesting about this is it actually says scratch on it. I feel like this is an unused metalwork. This is A1B1. When I looked online, I don't think A1B1 was used. I think they used a later cut. But yeah. So more than likely, you know, Discogs isn't really clear on all the dead wax when it comes to Mobile Fidelity stuff. Maybe there was an A1B1 lacquer. In either case, it's a real nice early Mobile Fidelity test pressing. Here's a test pressing of David Bowie's Let's Dance. Really cool. Sample on the back. A little bit later because it's using the Mobile Fidelity label. The early ones like the ELP use the JVC test pressing label. Couple of really clean Bob Marleys on Island, you know, 70s, early 80s pressings on these. Bob Marley Live. Bob Marley's Catch a Fires. Just a second, you know, later pressing, mid-70s, but just a really smoking clean copy of Led Zeppelin 4 Monarch pressing. Another clean Bob Marley. We've got a run of sealed Sun Ra stuff. This is a lot of Impulse stuff, but Angels and Demons at Play, still sealed, OG. Pathways to Worlds Unknown, sealed OG. The Nubians of Plutonia, this is a sealed OG on Impulse. These actually all come from the legendary producer for Impulse, Ed Michel's collection that I bought a couple of years back. This is Fate in a Pleasant Mood, still sealed. He had a couple, 2-3 copies of all the stuff he had worked on with Sun Ra. He's responsible for getting Sun Ra to Impulse. This is Bad and Beautiful, still sealed. And he had maybe 2 or 3 copies of each of them still sealed. I kept a run of promos, I think, and I found another run I had in the bin, in the back somewhere in a box. A sealed original OJC of working with the Miles Davis Quintet. So if you just got the recent reissue, you can do a comparison and see how the 80s sound. Real clean copy of Canned Heat's Hallelujah. Keep in mind all this stuff is ultrasonically sealed. This is the heavy for the auction. This is an original sealed copy of Rhythm Machine. Very, very, very rare and desirable funk R&B record. This actually came from George Benson's collection. This is a record that I had. I was, you know, do I keep it? Do I not keep it? And it's like, man, I just can't keep everything. It's good, but from the George Benson collection, still sealed. I'm selling it. One of the cleanest copies of a tri-colored Access Bold as Love in stereo. Real solid. I want to say it was like VG++. Really nice copy. A little wear on the cover, but the tricolor, very rare, and typically beat. This is a record you don't assume with being fantastic sounding. You know, the era it's in, 1989, I think this came out originally. Not really known for putting out high quality, good sounding records, but man, Chris Isaak, Heart-Shaped World. This is an original promo. Unbelievably great sounding record. It really, truly is. Really great sounding record. And this is an original stamped promo. Couple of Psych records. Giant. What's in this life for you, Giant? White label promo. Stevie Ray Vaughan, The Sky is Crying. This is an original US copy from, I think, 91. Sam Gary Sings. This is On Transition. They did a couple of this is kind of a blues record. On Transition. Nice cover, really strong vinyl, a couple of feelable marks on it, but really hard to find transition records in this condition with the booklet, although it's missing one label. Toad. Toad the Wet Sprocket. Bread and Circus. Pretty difficult to get. I think this is 89. Promo copy. Duncan Brown. Give Me, Take You. On Immediate. Terry Manning, Home Sweet Home. This actually has like a 10-minute version of the Beatles' Savoy Truffle on it. That's actually quite good. What was this? Vanderen? Are You Serious? Sealed copy. Contains 13 hit songs. I don't think so, but yeah. This is pretty cool. This is an original sealed copy, mono, of The Soul Survivors. This has Expressway to Your Heart, the new smash hit, big hype sticker. Okay, that's it for the gold membership stuff. Let me show you some of the Whatnot stuff. Again, the Whatnot auction, you can see the whole auction. If you click below, there's a link. That'll take you to my Whatnot page. It's this Sunday's auction. You can see all 100 items that are going to be auctioned off. I do it live. It's me and Angel. It'll probably go from like noon Arizona time till about 2 o'clock, probably about 2 hours. We start everything off at 10 bucks and we sell it for what it sells for. It's an auction. If you've never done a Whatnot before and you click the link below, you get 15 bucks off of your first purchase, which is kind of cool. Doesn't even have to be from me. The first thing you buy on Whatnot, they give you $15 off. UK copy of Joy Division Still. Impulse, John Coltrane. A pretty solid copy of James Brown and His Famous Flames. Pretty clean cover. You don't see a lot of not trash James Brown records. There's a bunch of Japanese jazz records in this lot. This is Elmo Hope. This is an original copy of Something Else. Cannonball Adderley with an extremely nice cover. I don't think the record is mint or anything. I want to say this was maybe VG, but look how great that cover is. And this is a true first pressing. Deep groove, plasticite, no ink. Yeah. A really super clean copy of War's Greatest Hits in the shrink, still sealed actually. This is an original. So an original still sealed War's Greatest Hits. The Who. Who's Next? This is on Decca, really nice copy in shrink. I've got a UK copy of the Rolling Stones on Decca, Beggar's Banquet. This is a first pressing unboxed Decca logo. Another UK copy of the Rolling Stones' first album in mono. A little bit later pressing, but it's still a Decca box logo. Some Steely Dan stuff. Nice copy of Pretzel Logic. Figured I'd try a rarer classical record. This is an original Decca SXL 2000 series, which is like the holy grail for the Decca stuff. Everybody wants the 2000 stuff. Tchaikovsky, Piano Concerto No. 1. Original flipback Decca. This will probably go for like not nearly what it's worth, just because I don't know how. I figured I'd try it. I don't know what the customers are like for classical auctions, but we'll give it a try. Sonny Rollins. Some Blue Label stuff, Blue Note, some more Japanese jazz records. A couple of Mobile Fidelity test pressings are going on there as well. This is Holst the Planets. This is an A10B8. Maybe that was released, I'm not sure. But a lot of the stuff in this collection that I bought are from matrices that were never released. Queen, A Night at the Opera. Look at that, in shrink with the hype sticker. Not very common to find gatefolds in shrink with the hype sticker from that era. Prince, this is Dirty Mind. I believe it has the poster. Check the auction listing, but this is a promo with the programmer's note. Programmers, please audition prior to airing. This way you don't get fired. But includes the hit single Uptown. But a promo copy of Dirty Mind. The pre-1999 Prince stuff is not extremely common. You know, before, like in 1999, Purple Rain, those albums are desirable, but they're a lot more common. Pink Floyd, Piper at the Gates of Dawn, original US Tower copy. Got a nice original, I want to say this is a US copy, maybe it's a UK copy of The Wall. This is actually a UK copy of The Wall. Yeah, that's pretty nice. But yeah, click the whatnot link below. You'll see everything that is going to be auctioned off this Sunday. All right, guys, check us out online at theingroove.com. Until next time.